Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a lot to go over, a lot of newness, and from two different brands. I have the new Hourglass Holiday Collection. I'm going to be going over that as well as doing some comparisons to some previous years, as well as a new brush from Sonia G, and this is the Smooth Buffer. I thought because I have all these powders to be putting on my face that it would just be nice to incorporate this beauty. And I also have a giveaway. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. You'll have to just wait and listen and find out. But I will tell you what product I am giving away and what day and what the rules are probably at the end of the video. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. I'm going to start off with the Hourglass products for this holiday 2020. I can't even believe that is here. Like, it is about to be Christmas. It's so close. What? I can't even believe it. I have here two new palettes. I actually have three, but we'll get into that. This one right here is the Ambient Lighting Edit Sculpture, and I am absolutely in love with this packaging. If you remember last year, they did the Ghost, and that is this one right here. You have the silver. All of them have a really high shine finish to them, but then this one had the plastic at the bottom that was see-through. Some people didn't like it. I actually did because I like to combine textures and stuff, so this was something I actually liked, but I know a lot of people were not a fan of it. I think just about everybody is going to be on board with this. Look how reflective. They're gorgeous. And yes, you're going to get your fingerprints all over it, but it's totally fine. It's totally fine because it's so beautiful and it just wipes right off. But it has these little edges on it, and it's just so pleasing to look at, and I love the design of it. I just think it is absolutely stunning. On the inside, we have three shades that we've already seen before are permanent, as well as three new shades and this beautiful large mirror. It retails for $80 and it is limited edition, as well as the other things I'm going to be talking about. This palette contains everything you need to finish, brighten, contour, and highlight your skin in a single compact. The 6 shades are Ambient Lighting Powder in Dim Light, Ambient Lighting Powder in Diffused Light, Ambient Strobe Lighting Powder in Glistening Strobe Light, that's a new shade, Ambient Lighting Bronzer, Natural Bronze Light, that is also new, Ambient Strobe Lighting Blush, Vibrant Flush, new, and then Ambient Lighting Blush in Mood Exposure. Just to point them out for you, this is a new shade, this is a new shade, although I really did think that it was Diffused Heat. When I looked at it, I thought of Diffused Heat. And then this bronzer is new. Now these other ones we have seen before, they're permanent. And I actually have this one right here, Mood Exposure? Yeah, Mood Exposure I have in the full size as well as Diffused Light, but I actually don't have Soft Light. Now we're getting into the mini. Again, we have that beautiful packing with that etched edge. Gorgeous. And if you notice, the front of this has the Unlocked logo, and I'll tell you why in a moment, but let me show you the inside. And this might ring a bell to you guys. When I saw this, not even looking at the shades, I was like, that looks familiar, and there is definitely a reason for it. All of these shades are from previous palettes, and I say palettes because a couple years ago they released an Unlocked palette, and then they released the Ghost version of it, which is right here. And they basically took 4 shades out of this palette and put it into this palette. The description reads that a cult favorite has returned in a curated quad with 4 shades to layer and blend multi-dimensional radiance. In its 3rd year, the best-selling palette features an edited selection of ambient finishing powder, blush, and metallic strobe powder in a striking gold compact with architectural facets. This vegan and cruelty-free palette is a part of Unlocked, which is why it has that little logo on the front of it. And that's a collection that supports our mission to unlock the cages of wild animals in captivity. We donate 5% of the profits from Unlocked to the Non-Human Rights Project. And if you're not aware, Hourglass is cruelty-free. Non-Human Rights Project is the only organization in the US working to secure civil rights for non-human animals. The shades we have are a finishing powder in Soft Light, a bronzer in Golden Bronze Light, blush in Mood Flush, and then metallic strobe powder in Champagne Strobe Light. Again, it is limited edition and it retails for $58, but if you have the unlocked palette, whether it be the first one or the ghost version, you obviously don't need this palette. But it is nice for people that don't have this palette and didn't want to have all of this, and so you just have everything that you need: a blush, highlight, bronze, and a finishing powder. And then we have the Confession Ultra Slim lipsticks. I love these lipsticks. The formula is one of my favorite out of all the lipsticks that I have tried. They're just absolutely just perfection. They are so pigmented. They're creamy. They don't dry out your lips. They don't move around. They are fabulous. So this was just an instant I knew I was going to grab these. And one of the really nice things about the Ultra Slim lipsticks is that it comes with a refillable case. So this duo that you can get with this collection has one case which has this beautiful, again, the architectural design. Oh, I love it so much. This one has so many facets to it. It's just so pretty to look at. And so you have one color on the inside, which is At Dawn. This is the shade that I have on my lips right now, but then you can switch it out, and this is one of the refills, and this is the shade At Dusk. The Confession refillable lipstick duo in Sculpture retails for $48, and here are the swatches of At Dusk and At Dawn, both of which are new exclusive shades. I'm going to be using both palettes as well as putting on both of those lipsticks later on in the demo portion of the video, but I also wanted to talk about this palette, which I used in my last Get Ready With Me. So if you would like to see this in action, just check out my last Get Ready With Me. I will make sure to link it in the description box. But I don't feel like a lot of people know about this. Now, it's not technically a part of this collection, but it is a new product nonetheless. So I wanted to pick it up. And right now, this is exclusive to Nordstrom. And you kind of have to dance all over the place to pick these products up if you're looking to grab them. I believe the lipsticks right now are only on the Hourglass website, and the mini palette as well, this one, but I think it's going to be coming to Sephora. I know that the larger one is already at Sephora, and this one is at Nordstrom, and it says it's a Nordstrom exclusive, but a lot of times when it says that, it's an exclusive for X amount of time. Sometimes it never goes anywhere else, but a lot of times it's just for a certain period. But if you want it right now, check out Nordstrom, and this is what it looks like. It is called, I got it upside down to be able to read it, the Ambient Lighting Palette Diffused Edit, and all of the shades in here are existing shades, but I still wanted to pick it up because it just contains two shades that I absolutely love, and then I don't have this blush. So for me, I was like, I like it. I want to have it all in one, and I wanted to show it to you guys as well. So in here we have Diffused Light, which I used to use underneath my eyes all the time. That's what I use to set, and I have that in a full size. Over here we have Luminous Bronze Light, and then in the middle we have a blush called Euphoric Fusion. This palette retails for $64. Here are the swatches really quickly in case anybody wants to see them, but again, if you want to see it in action, just check out my Get Ready With Me video. Before we get into the demo, I gotta talk about this brush from Sonia G. I knew this was something I was going to pick up as soon as I saw it because the Face One is one of my absolute favorite brushes from the line. This is what I use all the time to buff at the end of my foundation routine. And it's like a mini version of it, and I love it. So let's get into the details, and I will do the comparisons whenever I talk about my thoughts about the products. It's called the Smooth Buffer. It's available on Beautylish, and it retails for $70. The Smooth Buffer is the Face 1 brush, the one I just showed you, with a smaller ferrule and surface diameter. And I will show you that later on in the video. It offers the same functionality as the Face 1 with the same softness and movement in the bristles. The density and flexibility are what make this little buffer so versatile for daily use. I'm going to be using this brush to buff in the finishing powders on each side of my face because I have two different palettes on. Can you guys even tell? That's one thing I thought it was going to be very different, but it's not that noticeable if you ask me. But anywho, let's go ahead and get into the demo. First, taking the Master Face brush from Sonia G and using the Ambient Lighting Bronzer Natural Bronze Light, which is a new shade. Next up, the Ambient Strobe Lighting Blush in Vibrant Flush, and I'm using the Sonia G Cheek Pro. To highlight my face, I'm going in with the Ambient Strobe Lighting Powder in Glistening Strobe Light on a Sonia G Mini Cheek. Now I get to play with the new Sonia G Smooth Buffer, and I'm going to take the shade Diffused Light and kind of buff right underneath the eye area. Same brush and dim light, I'm going to go right around the edges of my blush and a little bit on my forehead. Now for the left side of my face, I'm going in with the Ambient Lighting Edit Mini Sculpture Unlocked palette. First grabbing the bronzer, again on a Master Face from Sonia G, and this is Golden Bronze Light. And also, this is what I have on my eyes currently, just a little bit of the bronzer and a little bit of the very first shade in the palette. Sonia G Soft Cheek. Now I'm going to go in with the blush, which is called Mood Flush. Sonia G Mini Cheek. Now I'm going to go in with Champagne Strobe Light to highlight. Lastly, I'm going to go back in with the Smooth Buffer from Sonia G, and I'm taking the finishing powder in Soft Light to go around the edges and buff. Moving on to the limited edition duo of Confession Ultra Slim lipsticks. The first shade I have on is At Dusk, which is described as a cranberry. Then we have At Dawn, described as a deep rose. Now it's time for my 2 cents. I'm going to start off with the larger palette. I think that this palette is beautiful, but I gotta say, I'm tired of seeing the same thing. I love Diffused Light. Trust me, I do. But it's in everything, and I get it's like a, top seller for them. And then the other finishing powder and mood exposure, but it's just like, I want to see a palette full of all new stuff. And I also would really like to see some deeper palettes. I don't know when this is going to happen. It's just like this mini right here is definitely going to be suitable for somebody that is medium tan, but still reaching into the deeper complexions. These two, they're not going to do anything. And I don't even know that the bronzer will really show up. It's something that's buildable, but it's still, Hourglass lacks representation for people that have a deeper complexion. I mean, anything over medium tan, it's just like you're left out, and I just don't get why. I know that people have been asking for this over and over and over again. Put these palettes out, and even if you're going to be doing the same shades or whatever, NARS orgasm it. That's what, I say that because NARS does orgasm over and over and over and over again. And I kind of feel like that is what Hourglass is doing, and I don't want them to do that. I want them to change things up. I get that this is something that people really loved, and putting it into a quad, I get it, but it would have been nice to have another quad, a deeper version of the quad, and it would have been nice to have a 6-pan palette that had a deeper complexion in mind. It's just, I don't understand. I know that people want this. I hear it all the time, so I don't get why they don't listen. So I am asking Hourglass to listen. The mini palette worked absolutely beautifully. I do prefer this bronzer to the one that is in this one. But again, I already have it, so it's like, okay. And I actually I think I just prefer this one in general, which would mean that I prefer the unlocked this palette to this one. Let me open it up. I like the highlight better. I like the bronzer better. I like just about everything. This is just, I think, the favorite out of everything that they have come out with. They just knocked it out of the park, and that's obvious to the fact that they re-released it, and then now they're putting it in the little mini quad. It's just, this one I don't think is absolutely necessary. And then if you take the ambient lighting edit in Ghost, this is not the unlocked. I don't know. I mean, this one definitely has different shades in here, but you take this top row and then take this one, and there's just not a whole lot of difference. Tired of seeing that. So I just wish that they would have done more with this palette, and I wish that they would have done 2 of each of these. Quality-wise, are they beautiful? Absolutely. I think that they are stunning. I love both of them on my face. I'm just a little disappointed. I'm so sorry. I forgot to show you guys a swatch of Diffused Heat, which is a permanent blush in the line, but it reminded me of the blush in the Lighting Edit Sculpture palette called Vibrant Flush. So here you can see them side by side. And then I forgot to mention this one, which is a part of the Ghost collection. This is the Ambient Lighting Blush Quad in Ghost. This one was stunning. You just had so many different, it is stunning. This has so many different options in there. You have something that's more pinky, you have something more mauve, you have something more bronzy, and then this one is a little bit more coral. I just felt like they actually thought about this, and I feel like there's not as much thought being put into them. Still think that they are great products. I still think that they work really beautifully, but I just want Hourglass to do a little bit more. Now, when it comes to the lipsticks, these are gorgeous. I have zero complaints with these. I already knew that I love the formula. It's consistent with what I know. Neither one of these shades are something that I already have in my collection of this formula. Obviously, I have these type of shades. I have a million lipsticks, so I have them in other brands, but this is one of my favorite formulas, so this is an absolute hit. Now, I want to talk about Sonia G, and that is actually what I'm going to be giving away, so yeah, stay tuned for that. All right, So here we have the Smooth Buffer and the Face 1. As you can see, the Face 1, this is a $75 brush and this one is $70. This one is bigger. I'm going to go and read to you the differences in the hairs and the diameter and everything. The total length on the Smooth Buffer is 166 millimeters, while on the Face 1, it's 170. The hair length on the Smooth Buffer is 26 millimeters. The Face 1 is 30. And then the ferrule width is 17.4 millimeters, and then the Face 1 is 20. Both of them are dyed Seikaho goat hair. The Smooth Buffer feels just as soft as the Face 1, and yes, this one will spread out just a little bit more as I wash it and use it. I've had this one for a while, but you can still, it's not going to be as big as this one, but I love that this is just a little bit more precise. So if I want to use it around this area, or if I want to take powder or even a foundation powder and just buff it into the skin, it's going to do so well. I love the size of this brush, and I mean, I'm not going to stop using this one. I know I'm not, but this one for more direct placement, or even using it to buff in a bronzer or blush, it's just a very versatile brush, and I am so happy to have it. I purchased one myself, and when I opened the door to pick it up, because it says, oh, your package has been delivered, there was two. I did not know that I was getting this brush, and so the one that I purchased, I am going to give to one of you. Thank you so much, Sonia and Beautylish, for sending this one over. I didn't want to say at the beginning of the video because I didn't want to give away like which product I was going to be giving away, but it's an amazing brush. I knew it was going to be amazing, and I absolutely love it, and I am just so grateful to have two of them and for you guys to have sent me one. I am very, very appreciative, and I want to give back to the rest of you guys, and I want you guys to be able to experience the amazing quality of Sonia G. So what I'm going to do is, a week from today, I'm going to choose a winner. All you have to do to enter is to tell me that you would like to win and give me a way to contact you, either an email address or your Instagram handle. Now, a week from today is, hold on, September 26th. So on September 26th, 12 p.m. Central Time, I will reach out to the winner. You have 24 hours to respond, or I will have to choose somebody else. So make sure that you are checking either your email or your Instagram handle, whichever one you listed as your way for me to get in contact with you. This is international as always. Void where prohibited. I'm trying not to get myself in trouble here. And I'm not going to unwrap this. I want it to stay just like this, and I will send it over ASAP. Thank you so much for everybody, for all your love and support, for watching. Let me know what you think about these palettes, what you think about the brush, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.